And at the ninth hour, Jesus cried out in a loud voice, my God, why have you forsaken me?"
I came to Jerusalem for Passover. I was minding my own business when I heard the noise of a crowd in the street. I pushed through the crowd to see what was happening and saw a most horrible sight. The Romans were leading this poor man through the streets, mocking him as they went, making him a public example for anyone who lost the favor of Rome. They were leading him out of the city to crucify him, but they had almost killed him already. His back was bleeding and torn open, the work of the cruel Roman whip, I was sure. He staggered and stumbled beneath the weight of the heavy cross he bore. He fell, but the guards struck him and yelled at him to get up and go on. But he couldn't go far. He fell again, and this time even they knew that he wouldn't bear the burden of the cross alone. The guards looked around for someone to help him. I waited to see if a friend of his would step forward to help him, but no one did. A guard, in great frustration, picked me out of the crowd and ordered me to pick up the man's cross and carry it for him to the place of execution. I had no choice but to obey. Still, I resented having to carry a cross for anyone. It was heavy, dirty, and bloody. I thought to myself that I must have been in the wrong place at obviously the wrong time. As I followed along behind this man, Jesus, I realized that though I had taken a heavy load from his shoulders, he still bore a heavy load which no one could take away. I have never seen a man so all alone. I had heard this man once had a large following. Thousands came to hear him speak and to see the great things he did for God. Large crowds wanted to make him their king. But where did they go? Not one of them was there to help him bear his cross. I know that he had a circle of disciples who had traveled with him and learned from him for a long time. They were closer to him than anyone, but they too were gone now. His mother had some other women follow us through the streets, but not one of his disciples was there to help him bear his load. As I, a total stranger, followed him outside the city and laid down the cross upon which he would be killed, I thought that this man was as alone as any man had ever been. Somehow, I couldn't leave him. I had to stay. I had to stand by him, at least at a distance. No one should die so all alone. As I stood near his cross, I asked one of our religious leaders, one of the members of the Sanhedrin, what this man's crime had been. What had he done to deserve such a death? The man answered that this Jesus had made a blasphemous claim that he and the Father are one. As I thought about what Jesus had claimed and whether I could believe it was true, I heard him cry out in an agony which ran deeper than the nails which held him to the cross. He said, my God, why have you forsaken me?" How awful, I thought. At one time, he felt that he was one with God. And now he feels so alone that even God has turned away from him. What could have come between them? I don't know. But I will never forget how he looked and how he sounded. He was carrying much more than a cross today. He looks like a man who is carrying the whole world.